Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Every day, firefighters are exposed to chemicals that can stay in their bodies for years. Some of those chemicals are linked to cancer. KLTV's Emma Burns explains why local fire departments are working to limit that exposure, and then also on the flip side, the cost that comes with that.
For firefighters, protective gear is designed to keep them safe from heat and chemicals. Bullard Volunteer Fire Department Chief Terry DeGent says some of the chemicals used to make the gear work, like PFAS, also known as forever chemicals, can create another risk.
PFAS has been linked as a carcinogen. There is still ongoing research to determine exactly how it affects firefighters, but in particular, testicular and kidney cancers have been linked.
PFAS can shed from fire gear, get on the skin, or become part of the dust firefighters breathe in. DeGent says newer gear has a reduced PFAS footprint, but replacing old gear is expensive.
Today, with the technology that we're now having to use to get to a reduced level of carcinogens, we're looking in the $5,000 to $6,000 range to replace the fire gear.
And he says that's the cost for each set of gear. At White Oak Volunteer Fire Department, Chief Cameron Kizza says the industry is still figuring out what comes next.
These chemicals were initially added intentionally for moisture and some thermal barrier within our outer and moisture shells. They're finding that it is causing harm to firefighters, and they're trying to figure out alternatives for that.
And that price tag can make the transition even harder for volunteer departments. DeGent says his department used portions of a $90,000 grant from the Texas A&M Forest Service to start PFAS-free gear for calls that don't require full structural protection. DeGent says the goal is to reduce exposure while still giving the firefighters the protection that they need. Emma Burns, KLTV 7 News.
DeGent says those cancer-linked chemicals are also found in spray foams used to extinguish major fires. Crews, he says, now only use those as a last resort because of the severe health and environmental risks.